Good morning, No Glitches Allowed 2025. How are we doing? I am your host for these first couple of runs, Professor Birch. I am so excited to be here, benefiting Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Been a great time. Are we ready to go? Because I'm so looking forward to especially this first run, Final Fantasy Type-0. And we hit 2K last night in 3 days. Chat, I want to see that number continue going up, and I have you, at least for the next 2 hours, for some Final Fantasy goodness. And I really would like to see you send in whatever you can, whether it's, and I want to hear your favorite Final Fantasy hot takes, cold takes, lukewarm takes, favorite characters, songs, bosses, what have you, because I want to see this number continue going up. And I'm sure you want to too, because all of your donations go to support the Go Rescue Adoption Center, which is a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find just not any home, but the right home. And whatever you donate goes to help that. Now, I've done my morning yap. Without any further ado, if we are ready to go, here's Final Fantasy Type-0 Cadet Difficulty by daspharaoh. Pharaoh, take it away.
Everyone, or good afternoon if you live on a time zone similar to me and Noctis. Cadet is the chosen difficulty because HP values are lower. The reason, and there's just one quick thing that I want to add before we go on. I live in a country where Discord voice is not allowed, so I'm using a VPN. If the stream goes down for whatever reason, it's likely it's on my end. So I will be asking chat to help me keep an eye on that. Okay. So timer starts as soon as I hit yes here. Therefore, 3, 2, 1,
Good luck.
Go. Thank you.
Good morning from me as well. I'm gonna be commentating this run. That will hopefully PB.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
Right away we're getting into combat. This game gives you tutorials instantly, unlike other JRPGs that you might be used to, you're getting into the action right away. And sometimes you see these mobs with an orange flag on them. Those are the leaders. If we defeat the leaders, the entire screen is done. So that's to our advantage, and we're gonna be using that a lot to skip a bunch of fights.
Okay, so now we have a bit of a breather. I guess we can touch a little bit more about the combat. So each character, as you can see, has 4 different actions that they can do. They are unique to the character. Right now I'm going to be controlling Ace, so we have some magic, we have a blocking ability that can be turned into a defensive spell, like in this case Wall. And then for Ace, and then we have the A button, which is the normal attack, and each character also has a unique action. In Ace's case, it's cut cards. Oops, this one. Which is very awkward to use. And
we also have
really
13 different characters we can play as. In the tutorial, it's only 3 at the moment, and then 3 later, different ones as well. But essentially, you can play with any playstyle you would like. It's also one of the rare Final Fantasy games with actual real action combat, moving away from the whole turn-based and ATB-based combat. Way before Final Fantasy 15 and 16 came out. What you see here popping up and also hearing as like a shrieking sound is a so-called kill site. If this appears, it's essentially like a counterattack. So if the kill site is red, we can instantly kill an enemy by attacking it at the right time. If it's yellow, because they have more HP or are higher level than us, it will damage them heavily. It's another very unique aspect of this game. Okay, we're just gonna be
Oh my
running
God,
to the leader again. Nice.
Very lucky. You can't always get that break site, which is...
Yeah, as I said, it's more of a
We're
counter,
happy.
so if it doesn't attack you and just jumps
Alright.
away, you can't get the break site.
They are a little bit random, they depend on enemy pattern. You can also screw them up very easily. If you spam attacks, you won't get break sites. If you're not locked in the opponents, you're also not gonna ever get a break site. So they're a very important mechanic to properly manage.
You can also see these blue tiles will occasionally walk onto those, heal our HP and refill our MP, which is the more important part, because we're spamming a lot of spells, especially in these early levels. There are like different kinds of spells with different elements. Obviously, it's the same as in most Final Fantasy games: thunder, ice, fire. And then also different kinds of spells. We have SGH, which stands for shotgun, which is just 3 threads of magic sent out in a line. And bomb, which is the other one we're gonna be using a lot, which is just an area at your feet that is gonna be affected. There are others, but we're not gonna be using them.
They're bad. And also very slow to get for the most part.
True. You can also see like this shotgun actually hits multiple times, which bomb, for example, doesn't, and rifle, which is another like ranged one, also only hits once. So shotgun is just superior.
I promised one.
In this fight, ha! In this fight, you can see
I'm
like
sorry,
a purple
Noctis, I tried.
percentage ticking up at the top of the screen, which is the percentage that we will insta-kill this enemy with Odin and his abilities on Tetskin. So now that we got that, the actual fight starts. Here our party also changed. We still have Ace, but we're also controlling 2 new characters, Seven and Jack. Just to introduce you to different characters. Boss is pretty much already dead, but we need to wait for a kill site to properly kill it, which our party is currently ruining for us. There we go.
There we go. And that's the prologue. We did it.
Game is over.
Game's
Just
over.
kidding.
Pack your bags, let's go. Next game. Alright. So, maybe we can talk a little bit more about what was that all about?
Yeah, in terms of story, we're in an area where 4 nations lived in harmony until the Fire Nation attacked. That is essentially really the plot. The Militesi Empire broke the treaty and attacked our academy and our country and started occupying cities around here while jamming our magic with a magic jammer, but because we are special class 0, we're still able to use magic. And while this is all going on, they're also using an Ultima bomb, which is essentially a nuke on one of our neighboring countries, Lorica. And right now, after we actually got rid of the magic jammer and also the lassie that was attacking our academy directly, we're going to be taking back one of our occupied territories and then a few more before we strike back at the enemy.
Yeah. For now, it's just a slice of academy life, because this is a Japanese game with the same Japanese trope, so of course it needs to be a high school.
It's Persona.
Yeah, we are essentially using child soldiers, if you think about it. But that's
like in every other Final Fantasy.
Like in any other Final Fantasy, exactly.
Here we're just adjusting our party in a way that makes it easier to select exactly which characters we want for missions, and equipping some abilities. And this is very important, learning Accelerate on this character, because as you may have noticed, this game actually on PC has a speed up function, which makes the game run at ×3. And the character we're using right now can learn an ability called Accelerate very early, so now we're just zooming through the academy at very quick speed, like Sonic.
This is a Sonic game in disguise, we just couldn't tell you that.
It will get even more Sonic-y later on.
Yes.
Oh
She's
no,
even
like,
blue
I'm
issues.
talking
Yeah,
about what we're gonna be using later. I don't wanna spoiler it.
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
she is blue.
Yes, I know.
She is blue. I know Birch wanted to start the discussion of what's your favorite Final Fantasy games. This is definitely in my top 3.
Mine too. This game is so good.
It's very underrated.
Okay.
It might also be because this game initially only came out on the PSP and only in Japan.
Oh,
And then they re-released it.
give me sis. We got the primed RAM. Let's go.
Nice.
Cool.
So maybe we can even talk a little bit about what that
Sure.
means.
So,
This mission goes by in a
some of your
flash.
characters in the party menu appear with a yellow bar. That means they're primed. I think they're doing more damage and just have higher stats for the entire mission that they're on. So it's very good to get a character that you're going to be using anyway for a mission to be primed. It just goes by a bit faster.
For this one especially, it's very important. If you don't have primed RAM, everything takes 2 shots. With prime RAM, everything dies in 1 hit.
If you're wondering why we keep dodging, Rem is actually one of the characters that moves faster as she's dodging. So she's just tornado, especially with a skill we'll be getting later on. You can also see that if you kill the leader, everyone else in the room will surrender, and we can actually pick up items from them, which is very important because we can get an item that gives us aura, which also increases our damage. And we're going to be using that as well in the run.
Yeah, ideally you come out of the first mission with 4 aura items. I have 6 right now, like 5 or 6. I don't know it. I don't really know, but I have more than enough for the rest of the run, which is really, really good. Especially compared to my practice run yesterday, when I only had 1.
This is the only side mission we'll ever do in this run, and that's only for the EXP. Side missions do take time, so we don't have time. We're going fast.
Nope, we have to go fast. For the puppers.
For the puppers and catos.
So this mission, on the original game, it was not optional, but I think it was so bad, it was so hated that in this version, they just made them optional. Which is amazing.
These are sortie missions where you're essentially on a field playing a mini game where your character is on a field and there's enemies endlessly spawning from a base, and you also have a base and just need to take over the entire map. And it's universally hated. I don't personally mind it as much, but it is very different from the rest of the game.
Oh, Cactuar.
Right now we're picking up chocobos. Yeah.
Cactuar for good luck.
The chocobos. Yeah, I
That is
think I've seen that
very
there
rare.
like twice, maybe.
So
The turbos make us able to run around the world map without getting encounters. Very important, because we are on the overworld a bunch. It's also great music.
oh yeah, we're gonna do a menu with the sirens, so enjoy.
Now we're getting accelerate. Go on.
So the experience. No, I was just saying that with the experience that we got from that side mission, we can get a bunch of important things.
Yeah,
for
we're
these three
mostly going to be
characters.
using Rem and Cater. Machina just for this mission specifically. For Rem we want an ability called Slipstream, which makes us able to dodge endlessly and also untouchable, which gives us more iframes. And for Cater, our main damage dealer, we're gonna get Accelerate just so she can also run faster. And for Machina specifically, just for this mission pretty much and one more mission, we're getting a high damaging skill that we're gonna be using to decimate one specific boss. Oh yeah.
And one specific gate.
You may have also noticed that in between missions we can always return here on a button press, which is nice, so we don't have to run back from wherever we were to the base.
Yeah, being able to come back here from the menu is. Professor.
Yeah. We are currently at No Kitchens Allowed 25 raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. In addition to all your monetary donations, Go Rescue is always in need of supplies to keep the pups happy and healthy. They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. You can also go to gorescuedogs.com and go to the How Can I Help tab to find their Amazon wish list and support them that way.
So this
We're
is.
also proud-
Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you're good. No.
This is the gate that we want to kill really quickly, because if we don't, a very annoying golem will show up and just beat us. And you have to run away for like a solid 2 minutes and just not die while that happens. That's one of the reasons we brought Machina.
Good.
Here we're just gonna use Jack, who's a very slow character but does insane damage, to just decimate these robots that spawn right at the gate here, and then we can actually proceed.
I like to call this movement the Remnado. Or the human tornado. It's very
You
funny.
stole that from me.
I did.
You stole that from
Yes,
me.
I did. Because it's so good. The sincerest form of no, how was it? Stealing is the sincerest form of flattery. Or something like that.
Right. Sure.
Wait, a weapon's out.
Yeah, for some reason you dodge differently if you
Yeah.
don't have your weapons out, and with Rem it's just incredibly slow. We don't want that, we want the Remnado.
I am going to save here, even though this next fight isn't really dangerous. I can use this one. But I didn't practice this before, and if I don't do at least this fight at least once before loading the run, I can never get the quick death, so let's see. This is not the fight I'm talking about, this guy is free. It's the next
Yeah.
one.
What?
You saw we quickly
Don't
went
worry
into the
about
menu
it.
to use an aura at him. Ah, he's doing weird thing. Okay.
We got him.
Yeah, if you miss the kill site, or rather the break site here, he will fly rounds and rounds and rounds, and it's just incredibly annoying
it's
to get him
very
back down.
annoying. Okay, so why did I quit to title? It skips 2 cutscenes, and no one knows why. No, it's not 2 cutscenes. No, it skips the entire time between you killing the leader of the previous room and triggering the cutscenes for this boss, and no one knows why. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
PSP game.
PSP game.
I wanna get out the great word joke that they thought of with this character. So this character is called Size, because all the characters are named after playing cards, and it's especially funny with her because her weapon is a scythe, and in Japanese it just sounds like Saizu. So, good job on that, whoever decided to name this character that. It's great. I love bad puns.
Alright, straight into the next mission.
Yeah, so what we've done so far is just take back some of our cities that were occupied. And I think now we're going into the territory of our enemy to destroy a weapon facility. Oh no, sewers first, right?
Sewers first, yeah.
Right.
And we get access to airships in this, which is very nice, because we don't need to walk as much on the
It
world
costs
map
money
anymore.
though. But
this game, money is really
That's
not an
true.
issue. There's nothing useful for us to buy.
oceans.
Well, there is one very important thing. Also that, I guess.
Here we're just buying amulets for higher magic power and higher MP. For our main magic casters.
They're more powerful than the equipment we have by default, and we have the money, so why not? And in this mission, we get the debut of the true star of this run.
Right. In the last mission, we have unlocked a Dolon summoning. So, we're... I was gonna say, try it maneuver is not what you want.
Yes! It's not!
Shiva is the Eidolon we're gonna be using throughout this run. There's another ability you can pick, which is called Try It Maneuver, where if you have 3 party members out, they can do a little spin attack and it does a lot of damage, but Eidolons are just a lot more useful. And we'll see why in a second. Also, this level is incredibly confusing. The only indicator of where to go is your mini-map. You just kind of follow the yellow path. But,
It's the only place where I look at.
on PC it goes by so fast. You need to lower water levels so you can progress further, and it's just overall a level that I do not like traversing at all.
No. This is also the first level where you're using accelerate cater on ×3 speed. She's so fast. You get sick. I get sick
This
sometimes.
game used to have a great issue with motion blur. They did actually patch it, but before that a lot of people just refused to play this game on PC because the motion blur was so bad.
Alright. That was pretty straightforward. Okay. So this
Sonic.
is Shiva. Sonic.
Yeah.
You can just call her Sonic.
Sonic ice skates through the level. Isn't she essentially Shadow then? Because Shadow has ice as roller skates.
Oh, ice
Mm.
skates. Asking
Yeah,
the real
Shiba,
Sonic
questions
Sonic or
here.
Shadow? Get those donations
She
in.
is-
Don't let us know.
She is blue, but she is using roller skates. So
Okay, this is an auto scroller. We need to wait for the water to go down. So if you have anything to say, Professor, now is the perfect time to do so. Because we are gonna sit here for a while.
Yeah. Well, we are playing Final Fantasy, and that reminds me that we have our friends over at Japanese Restream that we are partnering with, alongside the Japanese RTA community, offer a Japanese language restream. If you prefer to watch the event in Japanese with Japanese commentary and not my voice, head over to twitch.tv/Japanese Restream or type !Japanese in chat.
I am getting
something
destroyed,
terrible happened
yes! I'm getting destroyed by these slugs.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
we got poisoned here, which is quite the ordeal in this area because our health is very low and it's ticking down very fast. Luckily we got cure and a low amount of potions, but it makes this a bit rougher overall.
There is a healing path coming up, and usually size keeps me alive. So, okay, we're good.
Delightful.
Whoa!
Oh, are we good?
No.
I think he's still
No,
alive.
I'm worried.
Yeah.
Please die. Thank you. Bye-bye. That was spooky. I've never had issues there.
I had, because he just kept jumping backwards. I think that's what happened here as well.
I think so.
Yeah, in some of these rooms you actually need to kill all enemies to open a gate, while in other rooms it's just the leader or nothing at all, because there's nothing blocking you. But for the most part we're trying to avoid combat. Oh, are you out of MP? Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, our cater's out of MP, so we can no longer cast magic all that well.
But it's fine.
But it's fine.
That's what Jack's here for.
Well, and Shiva.
And Shiva. Really? Not cool.
No, she's very cool. She's literally made
The
of ice.
enemies
How
are
can you
not
call her not
cool. The enemies are not
Oh
cool
my
for
God.
dodging. Alright. Other than being trolled by the super soldier, that wasn't bad. So, we blew up some sewers, we got back another city, and the war is and now our superiors are just gonna throw all of our effort into the garbage.
As they do.
As they do. By saying, hey, you're doing pretty great, how about we send you into the heart of enemy territory in order to destroy a scary prototype that we're not even really sure it exists. How about that? Wink wink, nudge nudge.
Yeah, it's definitely not to get rid of you.
Mm-hmm. And that is gonna go as well as you expect it to go.
I know, it's gonna go great.
Yeah.
You also will catch the occasional brief glimpse of the incredibly cute Tonberry with the Buster Sword, which is easily the best character of this game. He even talks, and has a cape.
Mm-hmm. It is the best character in the game.
If you thought normal Tonberries are cool, this is the coolest Tonberry you'll ever come across.
Here, let's get on the bird.
Have you actually checked what happens if you run into an enemy here and die?
I've done that casually plenty of times. I really don't want to do that again. Like playing casually? Oh boy. They are level 99, they one-shot everyone, it's very
Have
fun.
you bought the teleporting stone?
Yes, you want me to check? I will
Okay.
check. It's there.
Okay. Very important to buy the teleporting stone here. If you forget that item, you'll probably lose 5 minutes or your entire run.
Now we ride the Stompy Magitech armor into the facility, thank you.
This facility is a bit special because there are several laboratories you can destroy.
Okay,
We're
so
only gonna be destroying one of them, which makes the boss really hard. Yeah.
Also, this is true speed. You have been wrong this entire time. This is the
I am
true
apologizing to everyone watching
going
the stream
fast
if you have
experience.
issues with motion sickness. This is pretty bad.
So is this just off of that accelerate ability that you
This is also
got earlier?
this is the accelerate ability, but in this case it's combined with haste.
Yeah, sometimes you get these missions that pop up on the screen, which are like dodge 3 attacks or defeat enemies within a minute or something, and then an effect activates for you. In this case, we got the effect of haste, which moves us at triple times the speed. So combine that with the speed up and the accelerate, that's how fast we're going. Will also give us...
It's also borderline
Yeah, will also
impossible
give
to
us
control.
useful stuff like invincibility later on, and other really cool effects for these missions.
Okay, Cater is very likely to die here. That's fine. I can't lose both of them. If she survives, that's also fine. Not bad.
This is one of the rooms where you need to kill every enemy, and it has one of the most annoying enemy types, namely a guy with a shield. The guy with the shield doesn't attack you and keeps facing you, you can't damage him. Also, if you didn't know, roller skates have the range of like 10 meter upwards. That's just how it works in this game.
There's a reason why. There's many reasons why Shiba is broken. That's just another one. So far,
Yes, my favorite ranged weapon, roller skates.
Right?
so far so good.
She doesn't need guns like Shadow the Hedgehog does.
Just makes her Sonic.
I'm still not convinced.
Alright. 5 seconds of downtime while this guy murders
Yeah,
our...
whoever you have equipped here as party lead will always die. It's a great surprise if you're using your best character and you don't know what's gonna happen. This is another Lassie of the Militesi Empire. Oh look, more shield guys.
Oh, I killed him.
I don't think you did.
I did. See, the door's open.
Oh. Oh. Maybe I'm just blind. Or maybe Jack killed him.
Now that would be amazing and extremely rare.
Yeah, typically the AI is not great at controlling your teammates. Honestly, I think when I played this casually, I didn't use teammates whatsoever because it was just kinda useless. No,
You can't
they're,
really
they're just
rely on
dumb,
them.
honestly. This room is very annoying if you're playing casually, because there are little dudes running to these robots, and if they do get to the robots, they'll get in the robots, and then you'll have to fight the Colossus instead of the dudes. So we're once again making use of the greatest ranged weapon known to mankind, rollerblades. Now we wait.
Okay. No. No, we wait. And no. Why do I always spawn the wrong way? It's so annoying.
Just run backwards.
Okay. It's very good that Ram didn't die. Okay.
Yeah, Rem will be our main damage dealer for the boss.
Let's heal. And actually let me save. I haven't had an issue in this boss, but
Just in case.
just in case. Because we are doing this boss with only one lab, and because of that it's gonna be level 80. You never know. So it's very...
This boss for... Yeah.
This boss is very...
We're essentially abusing kill site here. Go on, sorry.
No, so... This boss was a run killer. Before people discovered this safe spot, if I stand in this corner while he's doing attacks, there's nothing he can do to touch me. Also, I missed that. Break side. Because I'm bad. Okay.
Yeah, he only starts getting dangerous once he starts shooting little seekers at you. Before that, the spot is relatively safe.
Okay.
Pretty sure before the safe spot existed, before the safe spot, people would just do several labs, so the boss wouldn't be level 80.
Yeah. He's gonna do swipe attacks. This is the best attack. It gives you so many break sites for free. And so fast. Oh, I missed one. Oh, and he's not gonna go down. Oh, I'm sad.
I was gonna do the seekers.
So you can, while he's here, you can just stand under and just Andaris, but you do need to be in place when this comes forward. Now he's gonna go down. Damn, I played that very poorly.
If you don't take care of the seeker will kill you.
This guy's level 142. I wonder what we can do to be able to fight it.
Especially after you killed our teammate in one strike earlier.
Oh no! We are dead! No. The run is over!
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, no. You can just die here, the story continues as normal. You can also fight him, the game doesn't care, so neither do we. We do the fast thing, which is dying, and waiting for this calm officer to finish explaining the plot. And yeah.
Yeah, we're in a ceasefire agreement because the fourth nation that wasn't attacked by the Militesi Empire is now like, maybe you guys should make peace.
Yeah, maybe we should stop fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a slow cutscene? Feels bad now. We get to hear Sid talking a little bit earlier.
Yeah, so now we're just in the Militesi base while waiting for stuff to happen, and the Queen of Concordia is there. And she will conveniently get murdered. Definitely by us, by the way. At least that is what the plot wants it to be, or rather what every other nation makes it out to be. So we're fleeing from here because we're suspected of killing the Queen of Concordia. And we can't reach our own command, so we're just running away instead of getting executed on foreign soil. Once again, we got haste, so we're going fast.
This is, yeah, thankfully much shorter than the previous thing.
This level also introduces a great enemy that you might recognize if you've played other genres of games like horror games, namely a stalker enemy. Also, like the last enemy in the last level that killed us, you can't actually hurt him here. He's just invincible. But the stalker enemy you can actually kill. It's just incredibly difficult.
Just gonna wait to kill everything that I need to before the door can open. Perfect. Yeah, this is like one of the levels I like the least. It's extremely inconsistent. Especially the NPC behavior is so erratic. More often than not, they will not do what you are expecting them to. So far it's been okay. Let's see how it continues.
There is the stalker enemy following us. But we don't care, because Eva Sonic's shadow is fast.
This room is a little bit labyrinthic, but the thing is just get to... This is what happens when you try to control Shiva ×3. She doesn't go where she's supposed to. Okay, there's the big boy. We do not want anything to do with him.
You could try killing him.
No.
I mean, with a level 38 Shiva, it's not too terrible to kill him.
But she's spooky. I don't wanna.
Suddenly this turned into Resident Evil.
Very
important to
Go
kill this
get
guy. Yeah.
If you don't, you need to do the walk of shame.
Yeah, he just runs into the stalker enemy and like 3 screens back until he stops. So that's great if you want the run to go fast. Yeah, this guy we're just pulling towards us, so we don't have to run all the way over there.
Getting the break site there is very good, because then it doesn't do anything. Yeah. That's the only reason why we are gonna use 7. So if you like her, I'm sorry. Hello? Let me summon? Thank you.
If you like her, just play Final Fantasy XIII. She's the same character model as Lightning. Yeah, there's a flying enemy
Okay,
here
we
that
got it.
can
Thank
be incredibly
God.
annoying, because while our roller skates are definitely ranged, they're not so high range that they can easily kill this ranged enemy, because he just flies out of range all the time. And if you swap off Shiva, you can't swap back to her.
Get the item. Thank you. I have time here, so I'm not too worried. Where is she going? Oh my god. I do need to kill this thing. No, I would be able to get that. I am very happy I did.
Yeah, this is just a bit more of fighting goons until we arrive at the boss. So, if you have anything to say, Burge, now's a good time.
Right. If you're looking to donate to No Glitches Allowed 2025, make sure to type !donate in the chat to get the link to our Tiltify page where you can make a direct donation. We have amazing incentives and bid wars for you to choose from, like this bid war we just opened up for a run later today, Hell of an Office, where we get to choose our stapler. That's right, a stapler. It fires staples and it helps King J finish the run. It's a stapler. Unicorn, stapler. Banana, that's a stapler. Demon stapler, yeah, sure. All in all, your donations will go to the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Your donations to the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And I'm saying this mostly because it's in the copy, but I did not come up with this pun. Your donations will help it make it one hell of a run. Haha. As well as get those donations in because I want to hear your Final Fantasy opinions too. So !donate in chat if you have not done that already.
Yeah, I do want to hear some Final Fantasy opinions.
Opinion, this boss fight is bad.
Also, we're raising
Yes.
money for Go Rescue. Do you have pets you named after Final Fantasy characters or bosses? Do you have a dog named Shiva? Let us know.
Actually, no, I do have an aunt with a dog named Shiva,
All
and
dogs
she's a
are
good
good
girl.
girls, except for the ones that are good boys.
Ooh.
No, get away from Jack! What are you doing?
Yeah, so here we need to wait for the boss to
I'm dead.
attack, and yeah,
Oh well.
we really want the boss to focus Shiva and not Rem or Jack. Sorry, not Cater or Jack, because Cater is our fastest runner. 8 is okay, but not as great. And he can't do a lot of damage, but we definitely want Jack to survive because we need him to kill this enemy. Since this snow giant is immune to ice, and sadly, Shiva is made out of ice. So she does nothing against this enemy. So
That's not the one I want. Okay.
yes, that is a yeah.
Yes, that is a Yeti.
But yeah, unfortunately Cater died, so we're gonna run slightly slower through this level now. Wherever we can't use Shiva or aren't using Shiva. Also, just now you saw the pop-up for the Invincible SO, or Order mission. So all of our characters in this room are invincible, which means we're not scared of them dying to the behemoth. Which is
Yeah,
an effect similar to the haste.
we are waiting for the next enemy to spawn. This guy. He starts invincible until his HP bar shows up. Okay. So,
Oh yeah, one thing we haven't touched upon, if we summon Shiva, we need to sacrifice a character for her.
it's not important.
I mean, it
Yet.
somewhat is even
It will-
important if you play
Sure.
casually, because if you keep spamming Shiva,
Yeah.
first of all, your characters are not gonna level up, but Shiva is. And second of all, you are gonna need a lot of sacrifices.
Oh! I almost always get both of them. It's fine. Second one. So I grabbed haste earlier. It's mostly to be able to run through this. That's all. Okay, this is RNG fight. Why are you opening with that again? That's so weird. Oh, that was too early. Yeah, that was too early.
Yeah.
I messed up. Okay, it's fine. It's just gonna be slow now. Because what she's gonna do now, she's gonna use that one for healing. And she takes ages to come back down. And we can't reach her there.
This is, by the way, the same boss as in Chapter 1, just in a different robot. Or is it even the same? No, I think the robot was destroyed by Odin, but yeah. Same character.
Okay. That's it. Slow Vajra, but it's fine, she's dead, that's what matters.
So now that we fled the Militasi Empire, we're just at an abandoned hut in the middle of nowhere. But we're able to actually finally reach our capital. And tell them that we didn't kill the Queen of Concordia, which, I mean,
Oh.
they kinda don't really believe us.
Right, this is...
But we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. This is a long menu. The main reason why we want this is to unlock an ability for lightning flash, which is much better than reflex. I haven't used reflex at all. I'm never going to. Jack's normal basic attack is kind of slow. He does 2 hits in minors in like semi-fast succession, and that's it. Lightning flash is 5 hits in very fast succession, which is very important. Okay.
This screen is the reason why we want the teleporting stone, because for some reason our chocobo is scared here, so we can't use it, so we'll get usually at least 1 encounter if we're really unlucky too. And since we're very underleveled, we're gonna use a teleporting stone, which is like a smoke bomb essentially, and makes us run away instantly. This is also the only mission where you can't teleport back directly to Academia. I think I've gotten an encounter here before.
Don't scare me like that.
Yeah, we don't have another teleporting stone, so if you get another encounter, you have to manually run, or if you're incredibly unlucky, you'll die. And then the run is just bad.
Okay, so we're safely back, and we are going straight to the next mission. We have some running around to do, so if you have anything to say, Professor?
Right. Just a reminder that we're here raising funds at Noga 2025 for Go Rescue. As well as the Go Rescue website has its own section for adoption success stories. So if you want, either between the runs or when we have some downtime, please go check out gorescuedogs.com/success stories for some more adorable pictures and heartwarming tales of some of what Go Rescue does and what your donations go help towards.
Okay. Thank you. So here, we just lost a party member. Machina is not going to join us for the next 2 missions.
Oh
no.
no.
It's not like we were using him or anything. I think
Exactly.
if you could use Machina, he could be a good backup for Judeka though. Oh, I'm an idiot. I went the wrong way.
I don't know.
Oh, let's pretend
Yeah,
we did
so
everything.
here you actually need to essentially split your party in 2 because you're doing 2 battles at the same time. Concordia, which is the nation that wanted to broker peace between Militesi and our nation, has a new king. Mysteriously, right after the queen got assassinated. Definitely not implying that the king did it, but he might have. He definitely will have. Also, this is the most accelerating gameplay
maybe.
you'll see all run. So we have some time to talk about the plot, luckily.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Concordia
3
is the
minutes
nation
of
of
shooting
dragons. So the new king
That's it.
has commanded the Lassie to seek revenge for killing the queen on us. So they are attacking us because our nation is sheltering us. And people still think we have assassinated the queen. While the other battle takes place near Lorica, since we're trying to seize their crystal back, and also there is a survivor of that Ultima bomb that we're gonna be facing very briefly. But yeah, this essentially is known as the run killer level. Sadly,
We'll be fine.
I think casually it's an okay level, but in a speedrun it's incredibly scary. It's also, I think, the longest level other than the trials at the very end of the game. So yeah, this is actually where we're gonna do a bunch of safety saves. Mostly also because there are a bunch of Yeti enemies. There are a bunch of dragons that are just sometimes out of the range of our rollerblades and are very scary. And there's also dragon zombies, because we are playing Resident
boy.
Evil Sonic the Hedgehog Final Fantasy Edition.
Excuse me? Zombie dragons?
Dragon zombies. It's
Dragon
different.
zombies. Oh,
They're not
my bad.
they're not zombie dragons, and that they're not flying undead dragons, but they're humanoid dragons with no will, kind of thing. You'll see them. They're very spoopy.
Feed me all the time. They make my screen crawl. They also make me lose runs, and I hate
Yeah,
them for it.
they hit really hard, and they move very fast. So now that
Okay.
you've killed 1,000,000 dragons, we're gonna kill more dragons.
The big one this time.
The-
So, yeah. Doing the two fights at the same time. For this mission, I can afford two extra people dying, but I'd really rather not have that happen. Practice lost Jack to the first enemy you have to kill here, so the rest of this level was spicy, and I sincerely hope that doesn't happen again. I don't need to dodge that. She was blind. Okay,
Yay.
we're done with the auto-scroller. Woo!
Yeah.
Yay!
Main reason this level is very scary.
Quote from my notes.
Go on.
Quote from my notes. Save at this point. This next part is dumb and stupid, and I hate it.
Yep. Yeah, as mentioned, we need to sacrifice people to summon Shiva, and since we don't have access to our full party since it's split up, and we also want to take the least amount of characters possible for this level for a specific reason we'll mention later. It's kind of very tight, so if you lose party members because they're dumb and run into enemies,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
AI is the least helpful thing in this game, you'll run into the trouble of not being able to kill your enemies anymore, and you also run into the trouble of you need at least one character alive for the boss. So you can't summon Shiva endlessly.
You could if you had Undying Will, but we're bad and we cut it from the run.
I mean, you shouldn't have. But I think Rem is too low level for it. Then again, she learns it at like level 15, so I don't know.
No, she should be. She should have high level.
Yeah.
I want this one.
Once again, Yeti unable to kill that with Shiva, so she's just very unhelpfully spinning around it.
That was pretty good, I'll take it. Oh,
Since we sent Cater to the other level, we're using Rem mostly for mobility in this level.
good.
And Jack to kill stuff that we are not gonna kill with Shiva.
Very good. Sometimes that dragon doesn't attack immediately, and you lose the break side, and if that happens, you're basically relying on Shiva to kill him for you. And that doesn't go well most of the time. I second save because if I lose, it's gonna be.
Yeah. So
And
Run
I
has this
lost
cool
Jack
skill
before.
that the speedrun no longer uses, and I, who hasn't run this game in several years, doesn't know why. Because her skill is called Undying Will, which is essentially like a precast Phoenix down, so if you die within the next 10 seconds, you'll get revived. And that's great, because if you know you're gonna summon Shiva, you know you're gonna die in the next 10 seconds, so you can just endlessly summon Shiva, essentially, with Rem. Not entirely sure why you cut it from the run, because you could just get it in the same menu as Jack's skills, I think.
Let's, yes, I need to swap off Jack here. And since I am saving here, I'm also only deploying Trey. For no reason other than safety.
Yeah, if you have other characters out, they can die.
Okay, and this is the hardest part in Judeka, but it's also very easy to back up. But if I do have to back this up, host will have to talk for like 3 minutes. So let's hope it goes well. So the first room is very straightforward. We just kill these two. Let me call Fater, thank you.
Yeah, these two we can't kill with Shiva because once again they're ice element, so. And here we have another Yeti.
And I am gonna use this one here. Oh, I never got that one. That's spicy. Oh, come on.
You can also see that the camera isn't making this any easier. Because as you're locked on, the camera spins with your enemy, and if you're like battling a Yeti like that, it can just spin rapidly around you, so your camera just does a 360 sometimes.
I think Shiva already got the second one? Yeah, she did, okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure where we're gonna go now. Okay, forward. I'll make use of potion
These rooms
here.
are...
Semi.
These are always the same rooms, but it's random which order they're in, kinda.
Now, for the flan... Really? Okay. For the flan, I want this one, and for the last Draco Knight, I want Jack. And now, one very cool thing we can do here is use Cater to force this guy out of here. Not on time. Not on time though, unfortunate. And now here, it's guaranteed to be on the side, because that was the last room. That was very good rooms. I am happy with that. So if I lost anyone, we would have to sit here and look at this chair for 3 minutes. That's the backup. So obviously not very interesting. I didn't save there because this boss is free. I just need the dragon.
Famous last words.
Shush, this boss is free. See? See? The boss is free. I will save here though, because this is where dragon zombies show up. And you can hear them laughing now. It's so creepy.
Yeah, if you ever wanted a combination of Sonic the Hedgehog and Resident Evil, just play this game.
And Final Fantasy.
Uh, is it really Final Fantasy? Purist would say no, because it's not ATB based combat.
True. Okay, so let's get you out.
Yeah, so these are the dragon zombies. Humanoid, little creepy guys who are half-eaten flesh and just kind of look weird and creepy and
And we want nothing to do with them.
yeah, and this room is full of them. And they do keep respawning for a while. Like, canonically they're probably not zombies, but
Okay.
they're just this weird horror creature, honestly.
Don't! I almost got grabbed.
Yeah, they do have a grab. I kind of forgot about that.
Alright. So here you just need to reach the end of this room without falling anywhere. And we're just gonna sack Shiva because Pater because this is the final room before the boss.
And we have enough characters that are still alive for
Yeah.
the boss.
So even if something
Luckily for us, go on.
even if something tragic happens here, we will have enough people to just back up. It'll just be awkward if something happens here. Please come back. Not only are these enemies extremely dangerous, they also love dodging. It's so annoying.
Yeah, they're not allowed to dodge, only you're allowed to dodge.
So Shiva, take care of that. While... Oh, he dodged the freeze. That's a first. As you can see, the AI is stuck there now. Because the AI of this game is very good. Where's the other one?
It's a PSP game.
There's one left. There he is. Oh right, I can't call 8 yet because we only have Shiva! Alright, it's fine, we'll call 8 here.
This is a big dragon boss.
This is a big dragon.
Guess what we're gonna do?
We're not gonna fight it. What? This thing's level?
Oh, no, we are. Just... I think 99?
It's not 99, it's lower than that. But still, we are just gonna die. And why? Because they knew this boss was so hard that they made a cheat code for it.
You can actually just fight it.
You can.
But
it's so hard and so slow.
It's hard and slow, and I think there's like a timer on it where if you do it for like several minutes, you still pretty much just die, and your adoptive mom summons Bahamut Zero. Your own dragon.
Mm-hmm. So this fight is an exploit. He's not supposed to let you do this, but if you don't lock onto it, you can just charge. And she will let you.
Yeah, if you lock on, she will keep interrupting you. Which is terrible.
Okay, so the fight is obviously not over. We need to get a break site. There we go. And now we need to charge into Terraflare, because the developers thought that would be cool.
They made the animation and everything.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Look, they did that in Final Fantasy 16 as well. So, I'm not faulting them. It does look very cool. It's a dragon versus dragon fight. Obviously, you're gonna have Terraflare.
Yeah.
Uh,
Some swag.
Wait. Yeah. It could have gone a lot worse.
Alright, so pretty good genetic, I'd say.
With this, the Crystal of Concordia, alongside our own crystal, is under our control. This, story-wise, is actually rather important.
We got a lot of shit that we're not gonna use ever.
We're hoarders.
Oh yeah, we gotta save it until it's really important.
For the super boss. For the super boss that Pharaoh never actually did. Oh, calling you out here. You need to do the super
Okay,
boss.
fine. Who do I want here? These guys.
So this chapter is called Battle on the Big Bridge. For Final Fantasy fans, they know what this means. For everyone else, a lot of Final Fantasy games have at least a big bridge somewhere, and there's always one particular enemy there who is the boss of this level.
Good.
You're also gonna be seeing a bridge, obviously. Right now we're just cruising through some bunker fields.
Yeah, so we're fighting Militesi again, all the dragons are gone, we're just gonna fight Magitech armor. Again! Oh god, I love them.
Which is a lot better than dragon zombies.
That's true. Okay, I am going to save here, because this part, for me, is the hardest part of the run, this next segment. Especially to do fast. Oh, let's see if it goes well. And the reason why it's so hard, it's because it's really... the summon I have here is really tight.
Yeah, so Shiva runs out after a minute 30. You can get items to make that last longer, but we're not gonna. Or skills also, I think, on
Skills,
Shiva.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
not good.
Since menu takes time, we're not gonna do that. Typically this is rather enough time,
Oh.
because usually we need to swap off of her or can just resummon, but in this instance you actually do need like your characters, and there are places where you cannot summon, so you need to pre-summon and such.
3, 4...
Doing these screen transitions skips a bunch of fights and makes the bridge come down faster.
Okay, we got it.
Nice.
One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you will see that this boss is gonna die and I'm gonna have like 10 seconds left of Shiva. That's almost how much leeway I get. That this entire segment was pretty much perfect. It almost never goes that way.
Yeah, if you get unlucky you have to kill this boss with Jack, and that does take a while because he dodges and shoots at you and can just one-shot you pretty much.
Okay, and Shiva got
Since
despawned, so very good.
Yeah. We're very low level for this level. The enemies here are around level 30 and we're around level 17 to 19. Shiva is around level 40, 45 or so. Because for some reason Eidolons just level up a lot faster than you do. Oh, level 50 even. Wow.
53. She might, yeah, level 54. Oh boy.
54.
Please die. Thank you. Okay, now this is an auto-scroller. We just need to wait for all these enemies to spawn and we'll kill them until Mog starts talking, and when he does, we know we are done with the segment. So
That was a good time.
yeah. Do we need to catch up on lore? I don't think so.
No.
Professor, is there anything you'd like to say? The
Yeah, I just
floor
want to take
is
a quick second to
yours.
talk about. Thank you. I'll just like to take a quick second to talk about Complete-a-thon. Complete-a-thon is a charity event dedicated to completionist speedruns. This includes 100%, all collectibles, or even categories where you collect all the specific collectibles, such as all red berries or all shrines, just to name a few. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. So if I
we go.
wanted to do a 100% run, which is gonna be like 10 hours, probably more, of this game.
It's probably gonna be like 30.
Oh. Well, that's...
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You're severely underestimating.
This is true.
What Pharaoh means is a full compendium run. For this, you actually need to beat the game on the highest difficulty, including the sortie missions.
Easy peasy.
So, yeah, the highest difficulty adds 100 levels to each enemy.
I don't see what...
That's very easy.
I don't see what the problem is.
It also includes beating the super balls that you can't even do in new game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of Fantomo farming. Shit.
Yeah, 10 hours is not enough for that.
Probably not yet. Alright, so the jammer is out. We can actually get Ram on our party, even though we're not going to. You're just gonna use more Shiva.
Yeah, so here again, Militessa deployed the magic jammer, which doesn't really affect us, only Rem. Machina is still not here. He also cannot use magic if there is a magic jammer, but we don't care. Because he's kinda useless.
Bro, you're supposed to have died like 3 attacks ago.
The cat does not want to go down.
Okay, here I might lose people. I hope I don't. Oh, they're targeting them. Oh boy. Okay. It missed. So we're fine.
Yeah, the survivability instinct of the AI is great. Not.
Okay, so this is yet another auto-scroller. What could have happened on the Magitech armor is if it spawns and it's pointing towards the left side, that means it's targeting Cater and Jack. And it one-shots them with 1 or 2 missiles. It's really easy. And on this chapter, we only have 1 character leeway, so if I lose 2 characters, I can't finish the chapter anymore. Which is very cool. But yeah, the goal of this chapter. So in Judaica, we were fighting the dragons like on equal terms, so to speak. Uh-oh. That's a good time. In here, why can't I summon here? In here, the goal is to help one of our nations, let's see, to summon the verboten idol, which is a
Alexander.
really powerful summon.
Alexander. No.
We're not gonna see the cutscene. But the cutscene hits so hard.
It's sad. And Alexander pretty much acts like a nuke. And also, unlike Shiva, who only costs 1 character their lives, Alexander takes the life of multiple people that are on our side, including one of our nations, Lassie. If you don't know what Lassie are, don't look into it. The entire lore is confusing and incredibly convoluted and never got finished because Square Enix decided to completely can Final Fantasy Versus 13. It's essentially like a chosen person who has one task that they need to fulfill, and all the Lassie are very powerful beings that are guided by their nation's crystal, essentially. Since we have the Concordia crystal, we're kind of controlling that, and also we've beaten their Lassie, so they're kind of
No, don't kill
useless
my
now.
character. Thank you. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Nothing happened.
The guy who killed us in one of the early chapters was a Militesi, Lassie, and the Vajra and other robot we killed in the first chapter was another Militesi, Lassie. Machina is now also a Militesi, Lassie, because he found the half-dead Lassie that we killed while we were escaping from Militesi. And he chose to get this power to protect Rem, which is very funny because Rem after this chapter gets chosen as a new Lassie for our nation. So they're kind of like doomed to fight each other. Quite the like irony of fate, honestly.
So the reason why, even though I still have Shiva available, Kater with her weapon out and accelerate is slightly faster than Shiva. So whenever you get the choice, it's always better to run with Kater. Alright, and now you have
Gilgamesh.
15 seconds of Big Bridge while this guy kills us.
Best music. Block.
Why? Oh, because it's invincible. There we go. Good Big Bridge too. Really good.
He's the king of Lorica who survived as the only guy, the Ultima bomb that the Militesi threw on them.
And he's gone crazy because of it.
Well, they killed his brother and he's just very confused of what happened because his entire nation was just wiped off the map. So now we have their crystal as well. All that's left to gain control of all crystals is the Militesi crystal. And lucky for us, their military leader, Sid, who's one of the like 2 actual evil Sids in all Final Fantasies, is missing. So we're gonna use that to our advantage. And attack them.
Just have another sortie to refuse. This one in specific would be to finish controlling territories that were still missing in the map. Now we do unlock the mission where we go to Militesi. And this one is interesting. I'm only going to field 1 person. This is the only mission in the game where all you have to do is kill a boss. That's it. So I only really need 1 to be able to handle this boss, because I only need to summon Shiva once.
We still don't know if Shiva is Sonic or Shadow.
Talk to Mog.
The Mughals in this game are, by the way, also great. There are, in theory, 13 different classes of magic in this academy. And you can interact with the Mughals for each class, and they all look different.
Game, I said yes. I disagree. The reason why the character here doesn't matter, the reason why we pick Sice is so we get Sice right after the boss. Because she's slightly faster than everyone else. fields, even on the world map. This is unskippable. They're just gonna run into the snowfields. See, we have some fire. That's where we're going. This fight is very hard. You can get a quick kill, but it's incredibly inconsistent. It depends on what the enemy does as an opening. If he doesn't get me any opening, things are gonna get dicey, so we'll see. What does he do?
The bad thing.
This is free damage. He's not cooperating.
Ah.
Got him.
As
Alright.
you may remember, this is the same guy we fought fairly early in the game, Kato Bashtar. He's like a general, brigadier general or something, a right-hand man of Sid. And the Militesi Empire decided to throw on a prototype Ultima bomb on his robot, and he realizes and flies into the sky, so just to make sure that Militesi is also not entirely destroyed. But
I'm
yeah,
pretty
we've
sure-
defeated the Empire. We are in control of all crystals. I wonder what happens next.
Surely nothing. The war is over.
Is it peace if you're the
We
only
have peace
one
again.
remaining?
Mm,
Yes.
Okay.
We are dictators ruling with an iron fist. We
I
don't
mean,
do
yeah,
that.
we were defending ourselves, and in that eradicated everyone else somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Are we the bad guys?
The game says yes. Because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, but the game also forced us to do it.
That's true. Damn game. You're punishing us for something you forced us to do? That's rude. Yeah, we can't teleport back to Academia. We need to do this on foot. By foot I mean by Chocobo, but still. And it's because of lore reasons.
Yeah, because nothing bad has happened at the Academy, where all 4 crystals are now. Nothing bad could ever
Yeah.
happen.
yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Ah, this
Fine.
red mist you see there, perfectly fine, like, nothing bad.
No, that was Togoreth. That's been
Oh,
like
yeah.
that since 1 hour ago! That's been like that since 1
Right,
hour ago. It's fine.
we exploded that. We're definitely the bad guys, kinda.
Mm-hmm. We're actually innocent in Togoreth. It was the Lassie fighting each other that caused that.
Oh yeah, right, Lord Zuyu and
Yeah.
Nimbus
And
fight each
Nimbus.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we arrive here and...
This is weird.
Hmm.
What is this? Who is
Blood
this guy?
rain.
Who is this guy? That doesn't sound good.
Why is Rem narrating our life?
Ow. He hurts. Yeah. Ow. He hurts a lot. Yeah, the house looks different. They went into renovations without telling us. But these images make no sense until you play the game at least 3 times.
Yeah, there is a bunch of stuff that happens. We can spoil this a bit. Essentially, you're in a time loop where this has happened 600,171,063 times before. I'm not sure on the exact number, but something in that vein. Yes. This has happened 600 million times before. That one of the nations has acquired all crystals, and we are now in the so-called Tempus Finis. And what this does is the Rurzen Arbiter is judging the world to see if there's someone worthy to become the so-called Agito, which is what this game used to be called, Final Fantasy XIII Agito, or Agito 13, until they renamed it. And the Agito is essentially like the savior of the world, so if no one is deemed worthy of becoming the Agito, the world basically gets destroyed. And our adoptive mom is also a god who keeps repeating the spiral in hopes of finding the so-called Gate of Etro. She hopes to do this via us, or like the chosen Agito, while the Russian Arbiter is also just a servant of another god called Gala, who wants to reach the Gate of Etro by killing everyone. Because the Gate of Etro is basically the gate to the underworld, so he hopes that if you kill everyone all at once, they will flood the Gate of Etro and you can then locate it and break it. Because that's what he was tasked to do by the ultimate god, Bunivelse. And now we're in the Temple of Trials, where Sid, who has become the Russian Arbiter, is judging us if we are worthy of becoming the Agito or not.
Yeah. And we've done this 600 million times. What's gonna be different this time? That's gonna be a question for later. But yeah. One interesting thing about this place is the Agito can only be human, the savior of the world can only be human, but to get to the Temple of Trials you need a l'Cie. And l'Cies cannot be Agito because l'Cie are not human anymore, they're l'Cie, which is considered to be different for some reason.
They're humans with powers.
Yeah, but they're not human anymore. Alright, so each trial has one condition to be fulfilled. Some of them are very trivial and very easy, and others are either boring or just really hard. Oh, this is the first one. This is just for you to get a taste of what it's going to be. For this trial, we just need to kill this guy. Very easy.
You also have split your party in two again, so like one group does the trials on the left side, another group does the trials on the right side, and if any of your character dies here, they're essentially dead until the final boss.
We do have one respawn place, but it's very, very near the beginning. Okay, this is the worst trial. You see the timer on the upper left corner? It needs to run out, and we need to stay alive. So, is there anything else we need to touch up on lore-wise? I guess we can talk about Tiz and Joker.
Oh yeah. If you've ever taken a very close look at our party menu, that usually goes by really quickly, you see that we have all the playing cards and Rem and Machina, but we're missing Ten and Joker, which are Tiz and Joker in this. And they are like not inside this loop that has repeated 600,171,000 times, because they're the assistants to our adoptive mom, Dr. Horatia. And in this loop where we are hopefully picking the correct option, they convince her that she should let us rest for good and stop repeating the loop, and she actually, like in NG+, does give up of this and actually rids Orients, which is the world we're in, of all 4 crystals and makes it so this stuff never happened and everyone gets to live a happy life. That's the considered good ending of this, where the fal'Cie influence, or the influence of the gods, is not in Orients with the crystals. But we don't get to see that. That only happens once you've beaten this with the normal ending once and then beat it again.
Yeah, I think in order to be able to unlock that ending, you need to complete all the secret code Crimson missions that are New Game Plus only. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get me out of here.
The reason why this room specifically is so annoying, the Ruzen Reavers, while they're really low level, they will instantly put a kill sight on you, so if they hit you again, your character is dead. Regardless of them being incredibly low level.
This trial is very easy to abuse. The goal of this trial is reaching the end of the room without getting hit twice. So you can run to the end of the first room, accept the trial, enter the door, and then go straight to the end of the room again, because with 8, he's so fast, he just dodges all incoming sources of damage.
The only interesting trial. In this room you need to light a few candles by hitting them. Which is a bit of a problem because A, you need a ranged character, so if you didn't pick that at the start, you're kinda doomed here. And B, there are a lot of other targets you can hit, like paintings and the Ruzen Reavers.
No! Okay, whatever. Okay, the Iron Giant can only be killed with the red break side. I am holstering Cater's weapon on purpose. Because so she gets the fast. Because if we allow her to charge, it becomes slower. Don't game over. Thank you. Okay, you want to talk about this decision? The most important decision in the game?
Sure. Here you get to decide whether to become Agito or stay mortal. If you pick becoming Agito, you get the bad ending where the cycle just repeats and everyone gets killed by the Ruzen Reavers. And if you pick to stay mortal, you actually get to do the final boss. Oh. Become the sea, right?
So, this is...
Sorry.
This is a maze, but it's really straightforward where you need to go. It's just going to the door. That is activated and also has a red crystal. That's all. Guidance works every single time. Oops. Oops again. Where did he go? Wow, that was fast.
Yes. This Tonberry is not as cool as the other one. It does not have a busted sword. Yeah, you can see these Ruzen Reavers are only level 2 because they are your average party level minus 10. And since we A, didn't level most of our characters and B, didn't use the rest of them, these enemies are incredibly low level.
Doesn't make them any less dangerous because of the instant kill side, but... that's this way. And I like to spice it up on my second party.
Do you have someone with shotgun or rifle just in case?
No, I don't! They all need to go to the right side.
Ah, right.
Because it's... the ones with thunder... that started with thunder by default is Machina, who is LOL. Queen and Size.
In this room there are like floor tiles that light up and damage us and do about half our health. So we don't want to like run into the lit up tiles, but it happens sometimes because they do spawn under us.
I'll get close to him. That was really good. That was really good. Okay, this is the worst trial in the game. Well, not the worst. The worst is the one where you have to wait 2 minutes. This is the hardest. It's magic only, which means I cannot press X no matter what I do. If I do, I will instantly lose Cater, and the rest of this place will be very slow. What makes this so bad is the enemies that spawn here. Because they are very mobile and very annoying.
Yeah, they're flying type enemies, so we don't have the best magic for this. Doesn't do have rifle.
And they refuse to walk towards me. Okay, we got one. Oh, the other river is here. Let's kill this thing. There we go. If you could use that gun, it would be so much better, but you can't.
Yeah, if you press the button, you will have failed the trial and you'll die.
I think you can. You just can't hit
Yeah,
anyone.
but
with the
Cater
attack.
has homing bullets, so...
Yeah. Honestly, I might just reroute so I get Queen on that trial. Or even put 8 here.
I mean,
make him
makes
as the
more
runner.
sense to me. I always did the other trial with...
Yeah, and put size. Yeah, put 8 here. Him as make him the runner. Okay, size is dead. That's good. And put 8 here. Make 8 as the runner. Put size on the other party. Kill me. Good boy.
Yeah, so the reason why we want to kill some of our party members off here is because we're nearing the end of the trials. And once again, the boss, or like the pre-boss in this is basically a scripted loss, so the more you have alive, the longer it takes.
The longer. Yeah. Okay. Second part of the trial. This is physical only, which is much more manageable. I don't have any more. Okay, that's fine. Attack. Looking good so far. I need to come over here. Oh, it's teleporting. Attack.
The
There we
bomb
go.
refuses to die.
There we go. Now for this to cycle in our favor, and we can go. That wasn't a bad physical trial. And here we try and maneuver. We spoke about this before. And because one of my characters is Deuce, I do need to supplement it with blizzards.
Yeah, Deuce's weapon is a flute. In case you're wondering what great weapons of our other characters are bringing to this game. And why we're not using Deuce in the speedrun.
So that's blue ball running around her, that's her physical attack. And it's really awkward to control. Deuce is a very good support character, and if you're doing low-level runs, she's extremely important.
Plus
But,
the AI is terrible.
That's not the case. I do take her... Yeah. I do take her to this party because she has cure, and also if she dies,
It's
that's
useful
perfect.
if you get poisoned like we are now.
If she... Yep. Alright. So, in this part, we are basically going to each of the nations, like one room for each nation. That was Concordia. This is going to be our nation. Rubrum. I had a blank. I knew our nation wasn't called Rubrum.
Oh.
It wasn't called Suzaku, but it was the only one that was coming to mind.
Well, in Japanese it is just called the Suzaku.
Yeah.
So,
It's the same name. It's the same name.
Yeah. They're using the Chinese mythological four beasts as a basis for this. So we have the White Tiger Nation, which is Militesi, the Vermilion Bird, which is Ribrum, the Black Turtle, which is Lorica, and the Blue Dragon, which is Concordia.
If you've ever played,
So,
you've ever watched
if you watch
in
Digimon
Japanese,
Tamers.
it's the names of like letters.
Or, I don't know, Axel World for the new anime fans. More modern.
This one. Yeah, these enemies are invincible because they thought it would be cute. It's not. If you can't one-shot these two bosses, they will make your life miserable. But they're very easy to kill. It's like fighting Kator on steroids, and there are two of them. Okay, and now we get 30 seconds of Battle on the Big Bridge, because I am bad and I have not learned how to...
Just learn it with Ace, I swear. It's so much easier.
do this with Ace.
Like, every character has their own, like, rhythm of attack. And for some reason, Ace's auto attack just aligns with the breakside popping of Gilgamesh. So you can literally just spam auto attack and he will die.
I should not have done that.
This fight is going terribly for you.
Really? Yeah, like the missiles are just not cooperating. Okay, whatever, it said.
Yeah, this is revenge for the big bridge earlier.
Okay, okay, we're almost at the finish line, so Professor, if you have any final words before the run is over?
Yes. If you are just joining us, this is No Glitches Allowed 2025. We are raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just a home, but the right home. The Go Rescue website, in addition to your monetary donations, Go Rescue is always in need of supplies to keep the pups happy and healthy. They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, even vehicles. You can also go to gorescuedogs.org or .com and go to the How Can I Help tab to find their Amazon wish list to help out even further.
Okay, so that's the final try. And the Arbiter says, I'm bored. You're not Agito. I don't like you anymore. Straight up kills us.
Despite us actually passing the trial.
That's rude.
Yeah.
She...
Also, what we see here are Rem and Machina encased in crystal. If you're Lassie and you fulfill your goal, you become crystal, and their goal that the crystal told them they should do is kill each other. So they battle, and Machina wounds Rem, and she just dies. And he also dies, so they're both in crystal. Yay. Yeah. Because that's just told in a flashback once you get here, and we're heavily wounded, and at the end of our lives, because we're still mortal. And we're using 7 because her dodge is the fastest this way.
Yeah. Each character had several different movement speeds, depending on where we are and if they have their weapons holstered or not. And 7 is the fastest character for this specific segment. Which is good, because she is a melee range character. And right now, for the final boss, for the second phase in specific, there is a manipulation that I am going to do in order to start with a range character.
Yeah, meanwhile Sid is just mocking us as we're slowly making our way to him.
He's very rude. Alright, so in line with this game's tradition, we want to die again, but this time everyone has to die. This guy has several different attacks he can use. I want this one all the time. Let's see if he cooperates.
He's also invincible at this point. Not that your attacks even do anything, because you're so slow, you're still, like, just toggling through the world. And if you try to attack, it's a long wind up, and it just doesn't do anything to him. Thanks, Ace, for using wall. Yeah, so the manipulation is the last 4 characters that die, one of them gets picked as your first character, which is the only character you cannot pick, and the Risen Arbiter is immune to magic for the first 4 attacks that you need to get off.
I'm guaranteed
And
to be.
every character dies.
I think it's guaranteed. Yeah, it's gonna be guaranteed dice, because he's the only character that you see the other two slots next to him are open. So, I am guaranteed to be getting ice for this. But it's fine.
Yeah, every character dies here, because you're supposed to attack the boss with a kill sight.
Oh, it's a try.
And then harvest this Phantoma.
I thought... Oh, it doesn't matter.
So if you get a melee character here, you have a rough time hitting these early break sites here. And you can't reuse the same character, because you need to do this with every character once, and then they die.
Yeah.
Very gimmicky final
So-
boss. Oh, you missed.
Oh, I didn't get him. Didn't get him. Shit. Get him, King! Good boy. Alright. Good job.
So while
let's
this is
go
all
nice,
ongoing,
because this is funny.
Yeah,
Go.
Sid is still mocking us. Sid
Oh, he's gonna
doesn't
do
believe a mortal
thunders.
can kill him.
Early Thunders is good. So he's starting to get weaker, as you see. right now his node doesn't reflect magic anymore, but I'm still gonna use Kaiter here. He's gonna start using his thunder abilities, which make him very, very easy to hit. And now it really doesn't matter anymore, the order, because I can just use magic as soon as he comes down. The only thing that matters now is the final character, which is going to be an old staple that we have been relying on this entire time.
There's also gonna be time soon, so
Oh yeah.
get ready for that.
Time is not on final hit, is on final harvest. This is important. But yeah, this fight is essentially a gimmick. You can't really lose anymore, but you can still lose time. And this cutscene is... this is not the cutscene. This track is such a banger.
The entire OST is very good.
Yeah. But it's so hypey doing this fight.
This fight can also give you a rough time if you've played the entire game not using some specific characters and then have to like use them here and are forced to land a kill site with them, like Deuce, for example.
Oh yeah.
That can get you stuck for like quite some time.
Yeah, and the reason why our characters can do this is because they are getting empowered by Rem and Makinen, which are not in this room. This is very important. Because he cannot get their Phantoma. Alright, so last character is gonna be Jack. And the reason why is we do need to hit him several times, but Jack can, because of his high damage, he can actually skip one hit. Alright, so I use this to get a little bit more crit damage, hit him once with a guaranteed crit, and hit again for the break side. Oh, I missed it. It's fine. Do it again. Red break side. Get ready for time. And time. I think that's underestimate.
Yeah.
That felt very good.
GG.
GG.
154? Wow, that's my best that's better than all of the practice runs I did. That's really good.
Heck yeah.
Was
150.
a very good one.
Also, it is a good number. I think that run would be 4th place on the leaderboard?
Oh?
Let me see. Like, it's not a PB. My PB is 152. Yeah, it would be... No, it would be 5th place on the leaderboard, which is still insane.
GG.
Damn, that was good.
While this final cutscene plays out, any shout outs? Where can the lovely people at home find you, etc., etc.?
Yeah, so I stream on daspharaoh, same channel. I have an Instagram account where I post lots of cats from work. That's pretty much it. And I would like to shout out Crimson Inferno, who did some really good work in this game, rerouted a few segments, introduced more Kaiter use, less Shiva use, like a few things with higher risk, but you know, everything for the sake of time save. And and I'd also like to, well, this is a general shout out to the Type-0 community. It's pretty small, but they're all very nice people, and I do like to enjoy them a lot. And thank you, Noctis, for being here, doing comms.
You're welcome. I routed this game way back in the day when it came out on PC. But there are small remnants of that remaining, but not much.
But you were the one who introduced Shiva, and I think that's massive.
No, I told people to stop using triad maneuver. I was using Ifrit.
Oh!
Yes, because of Judeka.
Judeka is harsh.
Like, yeah, in Judeka, because like Shiva can't kill most of the things, I used Ifrit.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you still have characters that can run plenty fast, so it's not that much of a time loss. But yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's
Great
it
run.
for us.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining us and sharing Final Fantasy Type-0 with us. Chat, we're gonna throw it to a quick intermission break. Give it up once again for daspharaoh and her wonderful Final Fantasy Type-0 run. But with that, get up, stretch. We just finished a long run. Take a break. We'll be right here when you get back and when we get back, we'll have SOCOM US Navy SEALs run by Casual Speedrun. See you soon. Hello, chat, and welcome back to No Glitches Allowed 2025. We are raising money for the Go Rescue Dog Shelter in Hampton, Virginia. If you want to donate, type !donate in chat. And we do, for our upcoming run, do have a new incentive that just opened up for the SOCOM US Navy SEALs run. It is a glitch showcase. I know, glitches in my Noga, more likely than you think. But if you get your donations in, casual speedruns will treat us to some of the wackier things the Navy SEALs can get up to in their missions. That is a $25 target that needs to be met by the end of the run. So please, !donate, get those donations in, and some glitchy fun. It's, it's day 4. We deserve a little glitch in No Glitches Allowed as a treat, No Glitches Allowed 2025 is proud to partner with the Japanese RTA community to offer a Japanese language restream. If you prefer to watch the event with Japanese commentary, head on over to twitch.tv/Japanese restream, Japanese_restream, or type !Japanese in chat. More a little on the history of the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. In 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanaz lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for recurrent rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date with no signs of slowing down. I cannot stress enough how much even just the smallest donation goes to it. Like, even if you just want to put in $1 makes a world of difference for Go Rescue. So please get those donations in. We've already raised quite a bit, but we can always just keep raising more.